What's good, Grind Schoolers? It's your boy Rob, and we back in the shop today. So today, man, we ain't really got nothing going on. I'm kind of at a standstill. I'll show you guys what I got going on, but I really want to kind of talk about the Impala and what we got going on with that because I really don't know what I want to do, man. I'm not even gonna hold y'all. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. I kind of just, I don't know. And I know I've continuously said this. The Impala has continuously plagued my life for the last 5 years, I guess you could say, man. And I try to do my best to get the car out and do what I need to do. The car is a good running car. Like, I shouldn't say it's a good running car because the motor sounds good, everything sounds good, but the oil pressure is dropping. I don't know what that's from. Obviously, it's something internal inside the motor. We'll have to figure it out. But at the end of the day, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can't drive it like that. So either the motor has to get rebuilt or it needs a new motor, or I don't know. And we'll talk about that a little bit in the video. Like I said, I'll just walk around the Impala. We haven't seen the Impala on the channel for a little bit now, since I tried to take it to the missions probably like a couple months ago. Dang, it's been that long? I think it's been that long because after I took it to the missions, about a month ago. It's not been 2 months. About a month ago, I decided to just go super heavy on the Monte Carlo and get the Monte Carlo done. Like I said, we'll talk about the Monte Carlo for a little bit briefly. And because, like I said, I'm at a standstill there. I'm waiting on something to come in, and then once it comes in, then we can go ahead and finish up and finalize everything with the Monte Carlo. But anyways, man, before we jump to the video, go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and yeah, let's get to the video. Okay, you guys, so I guess we'll start here with the Elko. You see it's all dusty and everything like that. With the Elko, I want to drive it. I want to, you know what I'm saying, like, just enjoy it for the rest of the summer, whatever we have left. I haven't driven it since the Kings of Colorado car show because it's pissing transmission fluid again. So I think I'm just use RTV, like Dash told me to do, and seal up the plate or whatever, the transmission pin, and we should be good. I'll be able to drive the car at least for a little bit, a couple times more this summer. There's some other things that need to be wrapped up inside of here. The speakers need to be wrapped up. The dash needs to be put up and onto the bolts and everything like that and tightened down. We still need to figure out what's going on with the speakers. And yeah, so I had a video of me fiberglassing the speakers, but with the Kings of Colorado car show, these speakers aren't going to be able to like allow me to close the door, so I'll probably have to redo them. Whatever I have left. Yeah, the bed has become a storage facility again, just temporarily, because the Monte Carlo parts are back here. We still got to do some painting of the black parts, and we still have to flow coat. But that brings me over here to my next point here. Before I went on vacation, and that's part of the reason why I haven't been uploading too consistently, because I haven't been in the garage. I was on vacation for the 4th of July, and ever since then I just kind of been, you know what I'm saying, super busy. So I haven't touched the car since before the 4th of July. So that's why I haven't been uploading no videos or nothing like that. But with the Monte Carlo, I'm waiting on before I ordered the door pins came in, and then I had to take these to Dash's house to get these holes welded back in, because I drilled these out because I thought that this pin went through these, but they actually go through the other one, and this hole was super small. So I was like, okay, maybe the hole is too small for this door pin, the roller pin. And unfortunately, I went ahead and I drilled them out, and so those are the wrong holes, so I had to get those refilled back in. Here we got the door pin for the for the hinges, but the door pin it doesn't go all the way in there. So, well, this one goes in there. I don't know what's going on there. Maybe I have to use one of those shims or whatever they are. One of these things. Let's see. Maybe I have to use one of these. I don't know. But anyways, I'll check that out later. But anyways, I got new door pins for the hinges, but now I'm waiting on an air hammer because I was trying to hammer these door pins down in there with like a hammer and a big hammer, and it just wouldn't get in there. So I'm waiting on the air hammer bit. I got my air hammer over there, but I need the bit to like really drive it in, and then we can get the door hinges on, and then we could put the doors on the car. So the next thing would be flow coating. So you guys can see all the orange peel. I used a clear that I wasn't really, I had to just go to the store and get a clear that wasn't the greatest. And I think I messed up on the clear as well because it's a little bit dry. It has dry patches on it. So you can hear it's real rough here and real smooth here. But it's not that big of a deal because we're going to flow coat. When I flow coat, I'm not going to wait too long with the clear. I'm going to go ahead and hurry up and clear, go around the car, clear, do whatever I got to do, wait a couple minutes, then clear again, just so that it doesn't have any dry spots. Usually when you spray the clear, like on the Elco's hood, the Elco's hood has dry patches because I waited a little too long with the clear, and it when it hardens up or it's hot out here, it dries up really fast, and then you'll have dry patch looking stuff. So yeah, I did it back here a little bit too. Right here is a little bit smooth, but you know, it is what it is. Like I said, we're gonna knock it down anyway, and we're gonna flow coat. So I'm waiting on all of that to happen. Once all of that happens, we can knock these down, get the fenders on, get the doors on, and then also this one has to be resprayed totally, and then we can start doing the body mounts and whatever. So that's where the Monte Carlo is at. But I wanted to talk about this thing here, man. This Impala, where do I start? Dang, looks like some whatever. But anyways, with this Impala, man, I'm trying my best to hold on to this car, you guys. I am trying my absolute best. I just don't know. I don't know. I don't really know what to say. It's just sitting here now taking up space because it is like dead, I guess you could say. I mean, it turns on, it runs, but it doesn't run great, and it's not comfortable to drive like that. It doesn't pass emissions. It's just sitting here. The car is great. I mean, you know, like you guys have seen the motor. And hold on, let me open up the garage, and then we'll talk about it. I'll walk over there and we'll talk about it on that side. All right, y'all. So you can see it's super dusty. It's just on this side of the garage, and my whole goal was to get this car on this side of the garage because it could be kicked to the side, and you know what I'm saying, like I wouldn't have to worry about it. But you know, like I said, I kind of toy with the fact of like selling it and all that kind of stuff, but realistically I don't want to do that. The reason being is because I'll probably get significantly less for it now that the motor has an issue, and on top of that, this car is good, man. Like everything, the nuts and the undersides of everything, great. It's painted, you know, it could be a better paint job, but you know what I'm saying, it looks good. And we'll probably repaint the car. Everything on top of the motor is new. You know, alternator, water pump, distributor, cap and rotor, wires, you name it is brand new. Everything is new. Spark plug wires, everything. You know, oil temp sensor, because it has the Dakota digital inside of there. All of that stuff is all brand new, all QA1 suspension, front and back coilovers, everything. And so with that said, that has me reluctant to get rid of it. And also I did find out that one of these fans is not working. So I ordered a new fan, I just haven't put it in. And so, you know, I was talking to Dash and I'm like, yo, like, I really don't want to negate everything, all the work that has been done to this LT1. And, you know, the homie Cody was telling me, yo, just drop an LS in there. You can find a 6.0, you know what I'm saying? Like, just find a 6.0, throw it in there, bolt it up to the 4L60, and you'll be good to go. And then get whatever wiring harness he told me to get, whatever. But realistically, I don't know that I want to do that either. And like I said, that would kind of negate all of the stuff that I've done to this engine, and I don't really want to do that. The LT1, I know they're finicky. I know that they're kind of difficult to work on, but they're actually really good motors. You know, and everybody's doing LS. Everybody's doing LS. The whole world is LS swapping. I mean, hell, we're LS swapping this Monte Carlo. But, you know what I'm saying, I want some type of originality here. When I first got this car, the thing ran pretty good. You guys have seen through my videos and all that kind of stuff. It runs really, really well. And besides that pulsation issue that I keep complaining about. But other than that, you know what I'm saying, like, it starts right up every single time as long as the battery's good. And everything that I've, like, worked so hard for has been solid. So, with all of that said, like I said, I don't want to sell the car. I don't want to sell the car because it's going to be like, what am I going to do? Like, okay, cool. If I sell the car, am I really going to go buy another car and then put all of that work and energy and effort into it? Nah, I don't think that's going to be the move. And so since I have to do something different with it, I was talking to Dash. I think what we're going to do is we're going to twin turbo LT1 this car. And, you know, I know a lot of people are going to be like, oh, why don't you just LS, whatever. Because I don't want to do LS. I don't want to do everything that everybody's doing. I haven't seen too many twin turbo setups on these Impalas or LT1s. I mean, there could be a reason for that, but as long as you forge your internals, which I'm probably going to have to go in the motor. Well, I am going to have to go in the motor anyway. It's going to need a rebuild. So at that time, we'll just send it off to the machine shop. We'll bore it 30 over or 60 over, depending on how things go. We'll do heads, cam, all that good stuff. And, you know what I'm saying, crank, we'll make it a 383. Or I think what's the next size, 416 or something like that. Depending on the situation, depending on how everything goes, budget, all that, and we'll throw turbos on it. There's plenty of space, and if you guys have B-bodies, Caprice, Impala, whatever, you know that there's a crater right here of space that, you know what I'm saying, we could fabricate something super nice right here in this area. You know what I mean? We got tons of space to work with. We could move this intercooler. We could relocate the battery if need be. This whole setup will go away, and then we can relocate the computer if need be, so that this whole entire front section would be good. So that is, for right now, that is my plan. That's what I'm locking in on. It won't be for quite some time though, because yeah, like, I'm not motivated to pull the motor and do all that kind of stuff with this car. I don't want to take it apart or do anything yet until that car is done. And then we're going to jump on the Elco and get the things done that the Elco needs. It needs a rear end. It needs undercoating. It needs electric cooling and a new fuel setup. And that one will be good to go. And then the Monte Carlo, obviously, this is first up, first priority, first in line to get everything done. And then once this whole car is done, because we're so close, we're getting closer to the finish line, I just got to put hands on the car and start getting things wrapped up. The biggest part was the paint job, but now that that's done, I mean, you know, we could start kind of piecing things together and start getting everything like put on the car. Once I get these doors on the car and the fenders on the car, I'll have so much more space to work, and then I can get back on working on this motor and this transmission. And then once all that stuff is done, we could dump it in the car and start actually putting everything back together. And then we'll start getting the interior together, and you know, that car will be good. And then once that's good, like I said, we'll jump to the Elko, and then we'll start snatching this motor out. But I don't want to have multiple motors out of the car and everything in pieces and everything just everywhere. That's what I want to avoid. Right now, this car still moves. So if I got to move it out of the garage and in the garage, then that's what we'll do. And then also too, at that time, I got to decide what I'm going to do with the firewall, because while the motor's out, I want to paint back there. So I know I'm not going with the same color. So I got to figure out exactly what I'm going to do with the painting situation. So like I said, I don't want to sell my Impala. I think that's going to be final, because for what I can get for it, there's nothing else that I really want. You know, the only other car that I would want is a Chevy. If somebody traded me straight across for a Chevy, I might take it, no matter what the condition the Chevy is in, unless it's rusted to shit or something like that. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, I would probably trade it for a Chevy if that was the case. But other than that, you know what I'm saying, this is going to be here to stay until the foreseeable future. And then, you know, the plan and the idea is to twin turbo this joint and make it just an absolute dog out there on these streets. You know what I'm saying? And then I'll probably trailer it to Texas and get all my situation straight in Texas. And then, yeah, you know what I mean? We'll see. We'll see how far we get. But I just wanted to cut you on, show y'all the Impala, what's going on with it. We kicked it to the curb for a second, and this is where it's been at, you know. So I mean, ain't nothing more that I could say about the car. It's just gonna be dead until we can pull the motor. So, you know, I know y'all like to see the Impala. Y'all encourage me so much with the Impala, but you know, I'm only one man and there's only so much that I can do. And I tried my hardest to get the Impala ready for the summer, and she just, you know, she just didn't want to cooperate with me. So like I said, for right now, she's just gonna be here. And I don't plan on taking a super long time, y'all, like a hell of a long time. I plan to get all this work done and get the car on the road. So I would say probably next summer. Don't quote me on that, but you know what I'm saying, we're also gonna get rid of these wheels. As soon as I pull the motor, I'll probably sell the wheels. It'll just be on jack stands. We'll sell the wheels, whatever, just kind of like how the Monte Carlo was over here. We'll do pretty much the exact same thing. So anyways, man, that's the update with everything pretty much. All right, you guys, that's gonna be it for this video. I hope y'all enjoyed it. I know it was nothing too crazy. I'm not really working on nothing. I'm not driving nothing. I'm not showcasing nothing. I do plan on changing up my video style a little bit, and really doing some different things, really making things more exciting, more whatever. I do also plan on doing more other than just with the cars that I have in my garage. I do have plans to expand the channel, grow the channel, do bigger, better, greater things. Like I said, I got a lot going on in my life right now, and you know what I'm saying, like life, you know what I'm saying, life is life, and you know what I'm saying, as they say, I guess. I'm getting, you know, hit left and right with just everything. So I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying, just keep my head above water right now. And so, like, obviously with that, the cars get put on the back burner. My time is super thin. I don't have a whole hell of a lot of time to just be out here. When I was doing the paint for the Monte Carlo, I was really motivated to get it done before I went on vacation. And then afterwards, like I said, there's things that I've been trying to get done, but you know what I'm saying, like I haven't had the right tools. I messed up on the door hinges. If I wouldn't have messed up on the door hinges and I would have been able to get all that situated, then the doors would have been on the car. But I keep getting derailed, and it's just a whole bunch of things, just domino effect all over the place. Like I said, with the Impala, if the Impala wouldn't have been dead or wouldn't have messed up, then we would have been out in the Impala and whatever, you know what I mean? So when it rains, it pours, y'all. So it's just, like I said, You know what I'm saying? Like I'm getting hit left and right with life, and you know, I'm trying to I'm just trying to hold my own. Just put it that way. I'm just trying to hold my own, but we will be doing so much more once I can get back. So bear with me, y'all. Like I said, my time is super thin, so I don't have a lot of time to, like, you know, just put hands on a car. And then it's kind of difficult trying to focus on just one because, like I said, with the Monte Carlo situation, if I would have had the door hinges taken care of and put back on the car, then the doors would be on the car. So then it's like, okay, cool. Well, I just got to sit here and wait until I can get the stuff done with the door hinges. But then that puts me in a holding pattern. Okay, cool. The Elko has something that could be done right now. But it's like, okay, do I actually have the time? Which it's not hard to do the transmission pan, but it's like, okay, cool. Like now I got to lift up the car and do everything. And, you know, there's a whole bunch of stuff in the way, and it's just a lot, y'all. It's a lot. So with that said, you know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to make an excuse or nothing like that, but just bear with me, y'all. Just bear with me. I got some more things just in the works, some more ideas, some more whatever. And once I can start narrowing things down, we'll get back to our regularly scheduled program. So anyways, man, I hope y'all enjoyed the video. I apologize. It's been so long since I uploaded a video. I also apologize that this video was not the greatest of videos to make, you know what I'm saying? But I just wanted to update y'all where I'm at right now and what's going on. So I don't just leave y'all in limbo until I can come out here and actually make a solid video. So I do plan on starting to put hands back on the car immediately. Once these doors are on, I'll probably start getting motivated to just start going and going and going. We'll 600 grit the car, we'll lay the stripes and everything else, and we'll start putting things together. We'll do the body mounts on the Monte Carlo. But like I said, right now my time is super thin, and I'm waiting on, you know what I'm saying, that little air hammer piece to come in, which it should be here today, come in so that I can finish up the door hinges, get those on, and just keep it moving. But anyways, man, go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Always remember, work hard so you can live free.